How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Wi-Fi battle. Today is a new day and thus a new team. We've got a Pikachu team to try out. If you want to battle me, join the Discord server in the description, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. With that being said, let's find ourselves a game. Okay, we found our opponent Michiko. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. We found them in the global room 20222-021. Definitely join that room if you want to find some casual battles. They've got a really cool looking team. They've got a Glaceon, Empoleon, Gardevoir, Ambipom, Masquerain, and a Venusaur. I love it. This is our team. We've got Pikachu, we've got Mamoswine, we've got Drapion, Poliwrath, Salamence, and Scizor. You got to have Scizor on there somewhere. So looking at this team matchup, I'm thinking Pikachu can do some good work. I mean, the Empoleon's just kind of sitting there. Glaceon's not going to appreciate a Volt Tackle, and if we can get a substitute up somewhere, Focus Punch is going to be great against a lot of their team. You know, Pikachu was great against everything on their team except from the Venusaur, so we've got to be careful with that. I'm looking at their team and I'm thinking definitely an Ambipom lead, so I'm going to go ahead and lead with my Scizor. Seems like the safest bet to go for. And the battle begins. I'm going to change the background soon. I just really like this one, so can you blame me though? Look how cool it looks. Anyway, they lead off with Masquerain, we lead off with Scizor. All honky-dory. Lovely situation for us to be in. So they get the Intimidate on, which is unfortunate. They're probably going to go for a they're either going to go for a Sticky Webs or they're going to go for a Scald. So what I'm thinking is Pokemon that doesn't care about Scald. No, I'm thinking they definitely go for Sticky Webs. Let's just go for a U-turn. Let's just go for U-turn. Screw it. They are going to withdraw the Masquerain. What are they going to go into though? That's the real question. Cobblepot. That is a Empoleon. So this is a perfect opportunity for us to sneak Pikachu in, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll U-turn on out of there, we'll get Pikachu in, and we'll go for a Volt Tackle. This is my first time seeing the Volt Tackle animation in BDSP, or just in general in the next, Gen 8. So it's going to be pretty cool to see. We'll go into Pikachu now. There we go. Look at the little guy, he's in a battle pose. This is part of the new animations pack that Icicle made. Really talented modder. They've made loads of mods, really cool mods, the scale mod and everything like that. It's all made by them. Really cool. So we're going to go for a Volt Tackle. It's going to definitely take out the Empoleon. They probably will switch into the Venusaur, if I had to guess. Is it Venusaur coming in? Serena. That's the Gardevoir. Nope, Gardevoir's not going to take this. It will, because Lightning Rod. What a play. What an absolute play. And they get the special attack boost from it as well, which is just incredible. So we are in a pickle now. Well, we're not really. We can just go into our Scizor again. They might predict that and go for Focus Blast or something, but I think we should be alright. I think we should be fine. Should be fine. We're going to Scizor. Scizor can wall this thing like it's nothing. Right? They go for a Psychic. Psychic's not going to do too much damage to us. Does nearly 50% though, which is incredibly... Wow. Okay, so we've got to remember that Gardevoir is a switch into the Pikachu. So anyway, let's go for a U-turn because they're definitely going to switch out here. They're not going to stay in. No way. No way, Jose. And if they do, they're definitely not going to stay in there. So they go into Masquerain. Masquerain is there. Gets the Intimidate off, so that means our U-turn's not going to do too much damage to them. As we go for said U-turn. It's going to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. So we got to think of a way to get around that Gardevoir. Gardevoir and Venusaur, we need them out of the way, and then Pikachu can just do its thing. Ambipom as well, because it outspeeds us and KOs. Let's think. What can we do here? Masquerain. We could go Salamence. Could also go Mamoswine. I think Mamoswine's the best bet. I'd say Mamoswine's the best bet, because we can go for that Icicle Crash, and it's going to hurt anything on their team other than the Empoleon. But then we can just DQ it in the face. So it's like, it works out for both parties there. So let's go for the Icicle Crash and see what they do. There we go. They're going to withdraw the Masquerain. What are they going to go into to take an Icicle Crash? They send in the Gardevoir. That's good news for us because it means potentially we can get rid of it. I mean, Thick Fat's going to obviously prevent Icicle Crash from doing too much damage here, but should still do a lot of damage. Does about 50%, which is just great. So that's perfect damage right there. We're not going to stay in and go for a Earthquake because obviously a Focus Blast is coming. So what we'll do is we'll go into Salamence instead, tank the Focus Blast, go for an EQ, that'll take out the Gardevoir. There we go, we're going to withdraw, we're going to go Salamence real quick. I know it seems a bit weird switching a Salamence into a Gardevoir, but you know for a fact they're going to go for a Focus Blast right now, right? Watch them go Moonblast. Just watch it. Watch them go Moonblast right now just to annoy me. Watch them do it. They did it all. They did. They went for the Focus Blast. Oh, dear. That is not good. That is nay good. That is not good at all. Let's go Pikachu. Let's go Pikachu and go for Volt Tackle, because this thing cannot take a Volt Tackle from this distance. Let's go for it. They might switch out into Venusaur. They might just let it go down. Who knows? They are going to withdraw. Are they going to go Venusaur or are they going to sack? Venusaur. Venusaur comes in. Okay, cool. So Venusaur, let's see how much damage you take from a Volt Tackle. So I haven't seen this animation yet. Oh, that's pretty lame, to be fair. It just looks like Wild Charge. Huh. I was expecting something a bit better. Oh well, what can you say? The animations can't always be perfect, I guess. What do we switch in here? Scizor's a really obvious one. They probably go for a Sleep Powder here. I'm going to go for a Substitute, expecting them to go for a Sleep Powder, just to see if they are. There we go, we got a Substitute off. Are they going to go straight for a Sleep Powder? Leech Seed. Even better. Even better. So, with that in mind, they're probably going to want to break this Substitute now. So let's get a bit of damage off on them with the Focus Punch. It's not going to do too much damage, but it's damage, and then we'll switch out into Scizor from there. So they go for a Giga Drain. That's, of course, going to break our Substitute. No problems there. There we go. Substitute faded. We'll get a Focus Punch off with Pikachu over here. Won't do too much damage to the Venusaur, obviously, but... Oh, it did more than Volt Tackle. Pretty surprising. Oh, it was a crit, that's why. Yeah, that makes sense. So we've got a crit with a Focus Punch, that's pretty cool. What we're going to do now is, I'm going to assume they haven't got Sleep Powder. I'm also going to assume they're going to attack us. So I'm going to go into Scizor real quick. Get Lightdash out of there, the Pikachu. Don't want it to go down just yet. And we'll send in the Scizor. The Scizor, as they go for a Giga Drain. Giga Drain's going to do minimal damage. Absolutely nothing it does. Absolutely nothing. So I'm just trying to think how we play around this now. So they're probably going to switch out for a start. Switching out makes sense. And do we have Roost on here? Oh, yeah, we're defogging. We're defogging. So we'll go for a U-turn anyway. They should outspeed us. They go for a Leech Seed. Again, that's not going to matter because we're going for a solid U-turn right now. There we go. Solid U-turn. Does barely any damage. So I'm going to guess there's some sort of physically defensive variant. That's what I run last time as well. It helps with Breloom a lot. Really helps with Breloom. So what we can do now is we can go into... Mamoswine's a shout. Yeah, let's go Mamoswine. Mamoswine's a solid shout right now. A solid shout, Mamoswine is. So this thing, like I said, it's probably physically defensive based on the amount of damage it was taking from prior moves. So we should outspeed it. We should be able to go for an Icicle Crash. There we go. We outspeed it. Go for the Icicle Crash. It shouldn't take this. There's no way. Yeah, there we go. See? Venusaur goes down. We're making some progress now. And now, provided the Gardevoir's out of the way, Pikachu can go ahead and Volt Tackle things, which is just great. That's what we want. We want Pikachu to do some work. In comes Masquerain. So Masquerain does threaten us out a bit. I mean, it gets the Intimidate off for a start, which lowers our attack. And it also can go for a Scold. I'm thinking we get Stealth Rocks up, though, regardless. Let's go for it. Let's go for the Stealth Rocks. I just really want the Stealth Rocks up. So they go for their Sticky Webs, which is unfortunate, as we get the Stealth Rocks up, which is just great. So this situation isn't the best. Sticky Webs up is not very good for us. So I'm vouching for a switch into Scizor and getting a defog off. But they're probably going to go for a Scald now, and I don't want to get it burned. So do we go into Poliwrath first? If they were going to switch now, they would switch into Glaceon, I think. Glaceon's got decent physical defense. But they could also go Empoleon. Either way, I think Poliwrath's a solid switch. You know, because we're definitely going to absorb the Scald like it's nothing. The only problem we've got here is that we can't really do too much to Masquerain. So we get caught in the Sticky Web, which is a shame. And they go for a Bug Buzz. Interesting. So they don't have Scald. They were just going to go straight for the attack on the Mamoswine, which is an interesting one. So kind of want to keep Poliwrath around because it does kind of wall the Empoleon. So I'm going to expect them to go for an Air Slash now. And I want to go into Scizor. Get a defog off. I know we've just got our rocks up, but now we do this. Let's go ahead and tough one. We go for an Air Slash, right? Let's go into Drapion. Drapion's a decent one here. We're not really using Drapion for much else against this team. So we're going to Drapion. Drapion is specially defensive, so it can definitely tank a hit from this Masquerain. We get caught in the sticky webs, which is unfortunate, but we can get a free knockoff off on anything on their team now. So they go for a Quiver Dance. That is really scary. Really quite scary, that is. So what we've got to do now is we've got to go for a Whirlwind and Whirlwind this thing out. I was going to go for a knockoff, but we can't play around if it's got the Quiver Dance up. So Bug Buzz doesn't even do half to us, which is great. We get the Whirlwind off, and that's going to drag in something. Gardevoir, who's going to get hurt by some Stealth Rocks, which is great. They're going to trace our Battle Armor, which is fine. I'm just looking at the matchup here, and I'm thinking what we can do. I'm thinking we go for a knockoff. Knockoff should KO from here, and it'll also hurt anything else on their team. So they go for a Moonblast. We should be able to tank this. We don't. Yikes. Okay, that is not good. That is not good. That is not good. That tells me that they are specs. Because +1 Quiver Dance boosted Bug Buzz didn't do half, and Moonblast from Gardevoir step just base. It was definitely specs. Definitely specs. So we have got to defog now. We need to get rid of these webs. So let's go for the defog. They're going to withdraw. Of course they're going to withdraw because Bullet Punch was very threatening to them. They're going to go into Ambipom. Ambipom is not the switch I was expecting. I mean, you're going to break your Focus Sash now, and we've already just got rid of the defog. We've just got rid of the Stealth Rocks and the Sticky Web, so it probably would have been best to come in later, but you know, it's whatever. So we get the old Stealth Rocks and Sticky Webs off the field. And I'm wondering what Ambipom's going to do here. Kind of want to go for a U-turn. Yeah, let's go for a U-turn. Go for a U-turn. U-turn sound. So they go for their own U-turn, which means we get initiative on whatever they bring in. As they are going to withdraw and go into what? What's going to come in? Empoleon? Empoleon's the only thing that... Oh, Empoleon and Masquerain, that is. They're the only things that can really take a hit. So Glaceon comes in. Glaceon's going to tank a U-turn to the face. It does a lot more damage than I thought it would. A lot more damage than I thought it would. So, looking at this situation, I'm thinking we go Poliwrath. I think Poliwrath's a sound choice here. Poliwrath's a sound choice. So what they basically have to do here is they have to go into Masquerain. Did Masquerain show that it had Air Slash? It didn't. Probably has Scald and Bug Buzz. Which case, is it worth setting up a bulk up here? They switch out because we're a fighting type, right? Do we go for a Waterfall expecting the Gardevoir? We go straight for the Drain Punch. I'll go for a Waterfall. They go for a Freeze Dry. Then again, if Gardevoir came in, it'd trace our Water Absorb, wouldn't it? So that would not work out well for us. We'll go for a Waterfall anyway. Does a solid amount of damage. Not quite enough to KO. Unfortunately, Glaceon is faster than us as well. So that is unfortunate. But we're expecting Freeze Dry. So we can just go into Scizor real quick, right? Yep, they're going to withdraw the Glaceon now. And they're going to go into what? Serena? That's the Gardevoir. Yeah, trying to get the Water Absorb on the Waterfall there. Would have worked out nicely for him as well. Got a bit of health back, but no, we're going to go into Scizor because Freeze Dry was definitely threatening to us there. Freeze Dry was very threatening. As Scizor's back in, walling the crap out of this Gardevoir. Now, luckily, we're chipping away at their team here, so we're going to go for another U-turn. And like I said, we're chipping away at their team slowly, and we're trying to get rid of this Gardevoir. So they go for a Thunderbolt, which is going to do a solid amount of damage to us. We get the U-turn off. It should KO from here. We do get rid of the Gardevoir, which is just absolutely perfect. Unfortunately, this means that they do get initiative on whatever we bring in. So I've got to pick carefully what we bring in. Let's go into Poliwrath. Poliwrath's not doing too much for us anymore. So we're going to Poliwrath. Real quick like. Get some leftovers recovery. There we go. Maybe I should have put Life Orb on Poliwrath. It would have done more damage. Would have been a bit better. Or even Lumberry would have been nice. But then again, we don't get burned that often. They're going to go into the Ambipom. Ambipom is a perfect switch here because it can just go for a fake out. I'm just going to let Ambipom get the KO. So they go for a double hit, which is, of course, going to KO us. Unfortunately, Poliwrath didn't get to do too much this game. But hopefully, if we can get rid of the Ambipom, it'll be golden. So let's go into Mamoswine. Mamoswine can come in now. See, if we can get rid of the Ambipom, we'll be absolutely crushing it. I say we go for the Icicle Crash because Masquerade's a very likely switch. They go for the U-turn. That's going to do a little bit of chip damage to us. And they're probably going to go Masquerade, I'd say. Masquerade's probably the best play. They go into Cobblepot, which is, of course, the Empoleon. Not what I was hoping for. We go for the Icicle Crash. That's going to do some solid nothing to the Empoleon, fortunately. And what we're going to do now is we're going to sack off Scizor. I don't see how we win this, by the way. Really struggling to see how we win. They're currently at 4-2. 4-3, sorry. So let's go into Scizor. We'll let Scizor go down. They go for a Scold, right? And Empoleon should outspeed us as well, which is the annoying part. So let's see what happens here. They're going to withdraw. And they're going to go into Masquerade. They were expecting the Earthquake, that's why. They were expecting the Earthquake. So, right, this isn't the worst situation for us to be in. We don't actually have to lose Scizor here. So let's go for the U-turn. They're probably going to go for Sticky Webs. No, they go for a Quiver Dance. Okay. Okay. This is bad. Get the Quiver Dance up. We're going to go for a U-turn, get a bit of chip damage off on it. And we really have to hope that Mamoswine's Ice Shard is enough to KO. That's what we've got to do. So we're going to Mamoswine. Going to Mamoswine. We'll go for the Ice Shard. There we go. And that should take out the Masquerade, right? There's the Ice Shard. Life Orb boosted. Definitely takes out the Masquerade. That's brilliant. Absolutely perfect. So, we're in a good position. We're in a decent position here. We want to keep Mamoswine alive because clearly their Empoleon is a defensive variant, which means it won't outspeed us. Ambipom's there. We just go straight for an EQ, right? They probably go for a fake out, which is frustrating. Can't believe the timer, man. Stupid timer. Right, there we go. So we are going to go ahead and go down. They go for the double hit. We avoid it. We get the Earthquake off, which is clutch as hell. It's going to KO the Ambipom, which brings us to 3-2, which means we win thanks to that miss. It would have been a draw otherwise. And yeah, they've got 30 seconds, so hopefully we can get an attack in. They go into Glaceon. Glaceon definitely gets outspared and KO'd by Earthquake right now. And I think their Empoleon also gets KO'd by the Earthquake as well. So they actually outspeed us and they go for an Ice Beam. Sick. Okay, that's bad. But now, obviously, we just go into Scizor. No, we don't. We go into Pikachu. And from Pikachu to Glaceon, we just Volt Tackle the Glaceon and we Volt Tackle the Empoleon and boom. So Pikachu, theoretically, did a lot this game. It theoretically took out the Glaceon and Empoleon. So anyway, thank you for watching today's video. That was a pretty fun game. It was just a shame about the timer in the end because that was pretty cool. Thanks so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.